Quack, quack, quack.
Yeah.
Uh,
Y'all know we're on air, right?
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Team Code Red On Air, the podcast where we finally get enough time away from our needy animals to talk about anything and everything. I'm your host for today, Tangerin, or as most refer to me by, Aaron. And today I'm joined by my good friends, Mx Codered, aka Leaf, Arma, aka Ren, Incarone, aka Ryan, and Spooky Bro, aka Connor. And for the first time ever in on-air podcast history, we have Glint, aka Matthew.
Hi.
yeah,
That's my name.
woo.
First official podcast.
Yeah.
Now, you at this point know all of us here at TCR, hopefully, but we actually have several members that haven't been talked about as much on our platforms, and they, of course, are the many Team Code Red pets. That's right, this episode is 100% pet themed. We're here to discuss our pets as well as the many joys and disasters that come with owning them.
Many
Yeah.
disasters.
Yeah,
It's Pet Day.
it's Pet Day.
Pet Day,
Hey.
Pet Day. So yeah, I'd say the best way to start this thing is how about we all go down the list and just give a little list of each of our furry friends.
All right, Aaron. I think you should start being our local resident furry. Just kidding, censor that.
True.
Tell us about your pets.
All right, there's a lot of them. So I am a known. I don't want to say I'm a collector of pets because that's a hoarder. I just keep getting pets over the years. So I have two dogs. There's Toblerone and Arya. I have two cats, Smokey and Spike. They're my good boys. I have two ferrets, my pride and joy, Artemis and Apollo. You'll be hearing a lot from them today, especially considering they're
Stinkers.
starting to wake up right now, so they're probably going to be running rampant soon while I'm recording. and then of course, we have my brother's parrot, Max, and who knows, he may be heard in some podcast episodes because he's loud. So yeah, that's my zoo.
Yeah, I guess that means I'm next. I have 3 pets and other adjacent animals. First off, we have 2 living trash compactors known as my dogs,
Yeah.
Ghost and Fluffy, who decide to eat everything.
Yeah.
Everything. My psychotic killer of a cat, Theo,
Yay.
done things that we will talk about. And then I live on a farm, so I have other animals, but they aren't important.
Chickens.
Chickens.
Farmer.
And ducks.
Yeah.
All right. Guess I'll go next. All right.
No.
I have
Kidding.
2 dogs and 2 cats. My 2 cats. My oldest cat, named Harlow. She's
Milk.
Sorry, did you say milk?
Yeah, she is.
I mean, yeah, she is a mom. That's my other cat is her son.
Cool.
Other cat, Parker.
Okay.
Fun little fact for you there. Both of my cats are related. And then my 2 dogs. My oldest dog, he's a small little Westie. His name's Jordy. He's a jerk, and I love him.
Is he a crusty-eyed white dog?
he is a white dog, and he sometimes has crusty eyes, but we try to, like... Anyway, moving on. I've also got a big dog, a big Newfie named Geronimo, and he likes to... Like the rat?
Or is he a mouse?
Like,
Geronimo Stilton.
Geronimo Stilton. It's actually my 5th pet. I've got Geronimo Stilton. No, but yeah, Geronimo, and he likes to slobber on literally anything he can get his hands on. That's it for pets for me. Currently have.
All right. I have 2 pets. I have 2 cats. one named Perry. She's a little black cat, very mischievous, very sassy. She's a little jerk, but I love her. And then I've got a very good boy named Tipser. He's very fluffy, very soft. I love him with all my heart, and he likes to go into bathrooms with people.
Same.
Little potty pal.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait,
Anyway, moving
Oh.
on.
hold on a second.
So just like Connor, ironically, I also have two cats. They're very, very different. The first is Artemis Shadow, but we just call her Shadow. She is a black cat, and she's incredibly rotund. She's on like her third diet so far, because none of the others have worked. She's super chunky, super cuddly, and of course
Adorable.
she is so cute. She's got big ol' eyes, but I'll talk about her later. The other is Nia. She's a black and white cat, and she is seemingly constantly on crack cocaine, just based on the way she likes to act and behave. She's not chubby at all. She's a skinny little gremlin. She's just constantly in goblin mode. But both are equally cute. Just one is soft and cuddly. The one is just goofy and precious. All right, Ryan.
Well, I don't have any pets.
What?
I've never
Get
had
out.
any pets. Okay, well, fine, jeez.
What are you doing here?
Let's go. What's the big idea?
I volunteer at an animal shelter, so at the very
Ooh.
least,
Okay.
I interact with the little animals. Just a cat section, of course, that you just play around with them. There was one little kitty. Her name was Ruby, and
Mhm.
I took her out of the cage, and then she just decided that it would be a great idea to just climb on my back and just lay down there, just sit there and claim my back as her own.
Aw.
But there was another time where there was a cat. I think her name was Peaches. She was a lot shyer. Like she seemed to be a bit afraid of humans, but I stuck around for like long enough for her to get comfortable with me, so I could pet her and all that. And then the week after I came back, and at first she noticed that somebody came into the room, so then she was startled, but then she realized, oh, it's me. And then she was and then she calmed down, she loosened up, and it was very wholesome
Aw.
because she
Aw.
remembered me.
Cute.
Aw.
So yeah.
Precious.
Very cute. Well, I think we should keep going. I think we should share some good pet stories, but we should also shout out the others because there's only the 6 of us today here, but I think the other members, they all have plenty of pets as well, but they couldn't be here today. That being said, we do have a message from Mrs CodeBeans because she really wanted to tell everybody about her good precious dog Maggie. So we can roll that clip now.
Warning: there's a lot of ambient rain noises, so you're
Yes.
gonna hear a lot of that.
Okay, so, I have a dog. Her name is Maggie. She's about 6 years old. She's a little bit over. And she's a little labradoodle. She's my little puppy. But yeah, she's kind of like a blondish kind of like cream color. And I love her very much. She's so smart. She's so cute and she's so funny, and she's such a good girl. She's so nice. She's really friendly. But she's scared of other dogs. So like going to a dog park with her does not work. Like the only time we ever did, she hid either behind or in between my legs for most of it. Yeah, she doesn't like other dogs, but she really likes people, and she's so friendly. Sometimes she jumps a lot actually, and that's not good, but like she's so smart. She knows like so many words, she knows so many commands. She's just so smart, and she's really funny. She just does like the funniest things. Like today when I'm recording this, because I was not available for the podcast day. I just said pogcast. I meant podcast. So the day that I'm recording this, I was over at my new house today, because my family recently bought one, and they have like a sandbox there. Like the old owners just left it, and they had young kids, so some of the kids, like, they left a few of their toys, and Maggie was outside and she was just running around and just playing with some of the toys that they left out there. She had like one of those little like kitty like watering basket kind of thingies, watering cans, that's what it is. And she has this like green cup that she likes, and there was a little Hulk minifigure that she was playing with. Oh my gosh, it was just so funny. But yeah, she's the best, and I love her so much. I love my girl. I love my little girl. She's so sweet. She is the best puppy, and she will always be my little puppy. And I love her so much. I could talk about Maggie for forever, but I will not, and I will let everybody else either finish the recording or get back to it. I don't know at what point this is gonna be thrown in. But anyways, yeah. Thank you. Goodbye.
Well, thank you, Jillian, from an alternate timeline. That was very precious and very sweet. I can say from experience that Maggie is such a good girl, and when she wears her little puppy goggles, she looks so silly and so precious.
Maggie's the best.
Yeah,
Love Maggie.
such a good dog, such a good dog. So now I think those of us who are actually here in present day, we can start telling any of our fun animal stories. Does anybody want to start?
I guess I'll go since
Go
we're
for
going
it.
to talk about how my cat gave me a panic attack.
Oh,
At like 2 in the morning. So, my cat is prone for murder. Loves finding small animals and murdering them and bringing them and laying them on the front doorstep. This one time, he brought it in the house.
Oh,
uh-oh. I don't think where this is going.
This small little black bird was brought into the house and it wasn't fully dead.
Oh, no.
Oh,
It was at 12 at night,
Oh my god.
and I tried my hardest to keep it alive.
oh,
Oh no.
I put it up somewhere like in a little like nest out of like a cloth, so it would sit there. And I went to go take a shower, and I got back out, and it finally passed away. So that made me sad for like a
Oh.
week.
Oh,
you tried your best.
I know.
that's so sad though.
That's a great start off to the stories.
Yeah, wow.
I have more fun ones later.
Yeah, let's get in some more wholesome topics. That's what we want. We want some wholesome pet stories.
Yeah.
yeah. I've got some wholesome pet stories.
Then please bless us.
Except, just kidding, they're not wholesome because I have ferrets.
No.
Um, so ferrets, if you're ever thinking, hey, I want a new pet, what pet could I get that would give me the most anxiety? Boy, do I have the pet for you. Holy, like, damn, these animals every day is a nightmare, but I do love them. The thing ferrets like to do is they like to just do everything possible to make sure that you have a bad day. But they redeem themselves sometimes. But for instance, speaking of panic attacks, as you may know, ferrets go into what is called dead sleeps. So,
Oh no.
um,
I know this
ferrets ferrets sleep about like 17 hours a day.
Oh,
Yeah, and
Rookie.
what they do is when they get really like super tired, they go into what's known as dead sleeps, where they basically just like go limp and don't move no matter what you do. And it's scared me many a times because they totally just twist their bodies so they look like corpses.
oh my God.
There's just so many times where I've gone in and just have been so scared that they're dead, and the only ways to wake them up is either to shake their food bowls, but sometimes they just decide that that's not good enough, so they won't wake up. So I've discovered that ferrets hate the sound of squeaky toys, like squeaky chickens. So sometimes they'll go under my bed and just pass out and won't come out, and the only way I can get them out is to squeak the chicken, and then Artemis gets like real mad and she'll come and she'll like climb up my legs and grab it and then go hide it. She hates it, but it's the only way I can get her out.
Nice.
Yeah, so owning ferrets is fun, guys. I promise.
Sounds
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
I can go now with some little pet stories. I don't have a lot of pet stories that come to mind about my current pets. I do have a nice little story to tell about an old dog that I used to have. Her name was Sophie. She was a bulldog. I'm pretty sure. She was a bulldog. A little bulldog puppy. She was violent. She was
Oh.
incredibly violent.
Oh.
So then the first day that we get her, we bring her into the house and she's just like running around on the carpet, and I go down to play with her, and she bites me in the eye,
My
on the
God.
eyelid. She
Jesus.
bites my eyelid on my right eye, pulls on it, and then lets go. So that was fun.
Jesus.
What
And
a
then
sweet animal.
from that point on, like the other kids in my neighborhood, myself included, exclusively referred to her as a hellhound for the short amount of time where we had her before we had to give her up for adoption again because she was just too much to handle for us. I hope she went on to a better home that was able to handle her. As I'm sure she was sweet, but no, she would just like chase like, kids around. I would go out to just like play with my friends, and she would just chase us around. Looking back on it, it's really funny. It's really funny.
That is very
The first day we get her, I go down to play, and I'm like, "Oh, who's a good girl?" And she bites me in the eye. That's funny. It wasn't funny in the moment, but I look back and I'm like, "That's pretty funny."
When you say it like that, that is pretty funny. It's like when we first met and you bit my eye.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I learned it from, actually.
Yeah. Oh, that
Yeah,
makes
so
sense.
now, yeah, I'm giving you context now.
Alright, I guess it's my turn?
If you want.
Well, yeah, I did kind of say after. Anyway, so I'm gonna set the scene. It was my sister's birthday, and she was opening her presents. She got this like little. It was a green bag with metal handles. Like it was like the thin little metal wire for handles. And Perry decided it would be smart to put her head through the handle. It got stuck on her head, and she just started tearing around the house and up the stairs with the bag on her head. And she eventually got it off, but she was hiding under my bed for the rest of the night because she was so startled.
Aww.
And I was trying to find like the metal handle because it ripped off the bag. And I just couldn't find it until like months later when I found it under my bed. It was so funny, but I couldn't help but feel really bad for her. But then again, she is kind of dumb, so
Yeah.
that's on her. That's all.
Are you sure that's all?
That is all.
Are you sure?
Yeah, why are you asking like
'Cause
that?
I think you should tell our viewers about how Perry replaced you as the one true Connor.
Oh yeah. So I don't know how this gag started, but
It was me.
we
I started the
started-
gag.
well,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
you
wrong.
did, but I have no clue where it came from. Where like my cats are like the new me, like they're my clones.
Clones
I
are, of course,
honestly-
classic Ryan.
Yeah, I don't understand it honestly, but like
Don't worry, neither do I.
yeah, like it's not weird and it's kind of funny. Like I'm like, ha ha ha, my cat is me, but
Yeah.
I'm me.
Well, specifically, Perry is the real Connor, and you're the old Connor. Perry is new
No.
Connor.
Perry's new Connor and Tipster
Yeah.
is new Connor.
Yeah.
Perry's the true Connor, actually.
Didn't realize
There's
that.
the real
No,
Connor.
I am. I'm the original.
I
I'm
think
the
we'll
original.
find the real Connor was the friends we made
Prove
along the
it.
way.
Tom
Jesus
from
Christ.
Fast and the Furious?
It was family.
Family. That's not what he sounds like.
I'm pretty sure this dates the podcast.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Listen,
The dates around the time we're recording this.
at the time of recording, Fast and Furious is very funny.
By the time this comes out, the meme is like months dead.
That's true. But however, for us right now, it's really funny.
It's really funny, so you can laugh with us and be like, huh, it would be funny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Haha, old.
Well, Connor, if you don't have any more pet stories, Ryan, would you like to share any other fun tales you got from the human society?
I don't think there are any. I mean, okay, actually, I remember that there was this very tall, very long cat named Friday. Now that's about it because she's just she was really long, and she could just she could basically just reach all the way over me, which was I don't know, because if I would sit down and she'd be able to like get all the way up to my head from just stretching up.
Oh my goodness.
Like she was
That was
really
a long cat.
Yeah, she was crazy long.
For context, Ryan is one of the tallest members.
There's this other cat called Pirate. And Pirate, I don't know what was up with Pirate, but she was vicious. She was crazy.
Nice.
Just anything would dangle in front of her, and she would just want to grab it immediately. There was this one lady that was trying to get a cat, that was looking at a cat above the cage, and her scarf dangled out in front of her, in front of me and Pirate. So then Pirate saw it, and of course I saw that she was like, "Ooh, I want that. I want the scarf." And I was like, "No, you can't have the scarf." So like I put my hands in front of her to stop her from getting the scarf, and then she starts biting my hand,
Oh my
biting. Like she didn't actually try to hurt me. It doesn't seem like, because like I was, but like she was just like, "No, give it." So yeah.
Wonderful. So I also actually volunteered at the Humane Society for a few years, and I haven't been there for a while, but I was also a renowned cat cuddler. Yeah, there was a lot. I had 4 cats at the time because it was grade 9, 10, I think. But so I couldn't get any more. But there was many cats that I almost brought home, including one boy, and he was an orange and white cat, and his name was Hugs.
Oh.
And
Oh my god.
the reason he was called Hugs, I found out, like my second day there, was because if you picked him up, he would instantly just wrap his little arms around your neck and nuzzle into you.
That's so cute.
And I wanted to bring him home so bad.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And there was also this other like long-haired like full orange cat, and his name was Simba, and he was 11, and I almost came home with him because they said that he had been there for months and he hadn't been adopted, and I was like, no. But then on like the last day I went there, a lady came and adopted him, and I was very happy.
Oh,
I have stories of the 2, I would say little, they're not little, trash compactors, also known as my dogs. Now, I think everyone knows like quarantine dogs, how like adopting pets fucking surged in the pandemic.
Yeah.
Well, my family was getting 2 dogs right before the pandemic started, meaning, you know, they wouldn't interact with people, but that's besides the point. We decided to get Great Pyrenees, which is some of the largest dog breeds that I know of. Like, they big.
Yeah,
I
they
think
huge.
they can like stand up on their hind legs and like lick someone's face who's like 6'8". But yeah, so they're trash compactors because they will take anything and try to eat it. Oh, you left a Tupperware out? It's not a Tupperware anymore. It is a.
No, wait. You don't mean the contents of the Tupperware?
No, I mean the
The
Tupperware.
physical Tupperware, everything becomes a chew toy.
They chew everything. I think we had to throw out 2 couches.
Yeah, same.
They tore through 2 couches.
Wowzers.
They also, like, if you leave, like, a container of, like, margarine or peanut butter out, they will take it, open it, and then eat the contents.
Jeez.
But not only does great size come with a great appetite, great strength as well.
Oh no.
Because my dogs have the instantaneous, oh, that's a small animal? I'm gonna try and kill it.
Yeah.
Response. So every member of my family who isn't me walking these dogs has been knocked over or dragged because these dogs are like 200 pounds or just a bit under. Most of my family is not that.
Yeah.
I think one of them was dumb enough to try to, one of my family members was dumb enough to try to hold on to both of them at once.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's a recipe for getting dragged onto the concrete.
Oh geez.
And by concrete, I mean gravel.
Even better,
I mean, it's softer.
I guess.
Yeah, but gravel gets stuck in your skin.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah. Oh, I also, shoved my hand into a what is it? Prickle bush trying to get them.
Fun.
Because their fur is so thick that they don't feel it, but if you touch these like bushes, it like ugh, it's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Um,
that's the little trash compactors.
That when you were talking about how they eat the margarine containers, that reminded me of a tale. So my cat Smokey, he's my old boy. He's 9 years old, and he has the biggest sweet tooth of any animal I've ever seen. Like, I don't know what it is, but like if you're eating a muffin and he's around, he will grab it out of your hand and go take the entire muffin and try to eat it. And we can't leave the butter or like our butter container out on the counter because he'll take the lid off and just like to bite hunks of the butter and try to eat it.
I'm having a lot of fun
Yum.
just imagining this. Just imagining your cat grabbing muffins and eating them.
Yeah. But this one time when I want to say it was like my 11th birthday or something, he was younger, and we got like this huge cake, and
No.
we were so ready because we got it the night before and we put it in the fridge, and then the day of my birthday we had it out on the table and we went out for a few minutes and we came back in and there was just like a bunch of massive bites taken out of the cake.
No.
And at the time we were like, oh, the dog got into it because we used to have a cocker spaniel and he would like always get into food. So my
Aw.
mom was like, well, we don't have enough time to get a new cake, so we'll just like cut half of it off and then like re-ice it. So we did that, and then as she was cutting it and getting it ready, she just noticed like these 4 tiny little cat-sized footprints in the icing.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh, wow.
That's
So
great.
he totally just ate like half the cake.
Oh god. I just remembered something.
Oh?
You know?
Yes, the tales of traumatizing the pizza guy.
Oh no.
So,
Oh, I've heard
as
these. I've
these
heard these in
dogs,
real time.
okay, these dogs have not, been around people, so whenever anyone goes down my street, let alone enters my driveway, they start barking. And this poor pizza dude, twice, because my parents normally, whenever they order something, say, stay in your car in the driveway. They forgot to do it twice.
Oh
And
no.
this poor guy, I'm pretty sure it was the same guy, masks make it difficult, went up to the front door. And all was fine and dandy until Fluffy fucking charges through the like living room into the kitchen and fucking full body weight slams the front door and starts like I think like I'm pretty sure I saw that man's soul leave his body for a second.
Yeah, mine
'Cause
would too.
it's not like a little tiny dog screaming at you. It's a dog at eye level.
Yeah.
And so that happened twice to this poor dude. And then the most recent pizza adventure, I had to make sure he didn't go up. And I guess my final anecdote of the dogs. So I have two dogs, Ghost and Fluffy. Fluffy is the one that's like the most brazen little bastard ever. I love him. But Jesus. Also, the name came from a comedian. And then Ghost, who sounds like he'd be the more intimidating one. Also, because he's the bigger of the two. Ghost is the biggest scaredy cat ever. He has the personality of a Boo from Mario.
Yeah. Good
He
boy.
is he is terrified of stairs. He cannot go downstairs. And thing is, he's so big and chunky, you can't carry him down.
Oh,
I've picked him up. He is heavier than everyone in this call.
Jesus.
But yeah, that's my anecdotes of the trash compactors.
Right on.
I've got a small short story of one of Perry's kind of cute habits. Whenever when we were doing online school, I'd be sitting at my desk, and Perry would like to jump up in my arms and just kind of sit there for like an hour or two. So whenever I would reach to grab my cup of coffee, Perry always likes me to bring it down to her face so she can sniff it. She does not like the smell of coffee, but she never seems to learn. She's like, "Ooh, I want to sniff your coffee." But it's coffee.
That's like
She
a
also just kind of
fire.
she also does that with like Hands of Monster. She'll be like sitting on my chest or something, and I go to sip my monster and she just sniffs the bottom of it.
Aw.
Every time.
It's so weird how animals have like fascinations with coffee because mine are
Yeah.
like exactly the same. Like Artemis and Apollo will claw my face off to get to if I'm holding an iced coffee.
I think that's
Like
the one thing
I have to put my garbage up when I let them out, or else they will crawl in the garbage and take out the iced coffee cups and store them under my bed.
Oh my god.
Oh, living with those two is going to be a joy.
Yeah, I bet you're excited.
No, still am.
Right, so do I get to share my many enjoyable
No.
cats?
No.
No.
Okay,
Yes.
understandable.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, you guys were talking about cats or animals sniffing food. I just need to share that earlier I got a grilled cheese panini from Tim Hortons, and as soon as I got into my house, Nia just somehow just emerged from under the table onto my chair. So I got her to move, but then she just hopped onto the table and tried to take a bite. I had to tell her no, because it's not for her. But she was very, very curious because she thought it smelled good. But so I don't have many stories in particular, so I'll just talk about their behavior because Nia and Shadow, like I said, are polar opposites. And I think the perfect example would be just this morning. I woke up really early, and someone let Shadow into my room, and so she just popped up next to me onto my bed, and she just sat there, and I pet her. It was too early, so I fell asleep. And then I didn't wake up for like another 3 hours, and she was still just sitting there. She didn't want to leave. Shadow is my best friend. She loves me, and she always comes to my room to cuddle. And everyone here, at least most of the people here, have seen video evidence of her just coming into my room and just immediately rolling onto her back to show me her belly. And she just looks so ridiculous because she's just a large dark blob just looking at me with these big old eyes, just waiting to see if I'm gonna rub her belly. And sometimes I won't even know she's in my room. I'll just be like on Discord or working on stuff, and I'll turn around and there's just a big belly just waiting. She's looking at me.
That's adorable.
She's
Yeah.
so precious. Like, and then Nia, she also sometimes likes to get into my room. She's crafty. Like, I'm telling you, she's a little goblin. She's learned how to open my closet. And so,
Oh,
sorry, was someone saying something?
I just remembered something. I'll say
Okay.
that later.
Yeah, so Nia can open most of the closets in our house because they're all built the same. And so every so often I'll come into my room and my closet will be open. Like, okay, weird. And I look in, and inside my closet there's this really big box with like old stuff in it. And I look in and it's really dark and I just see two green eyes glowing back at me. I'm like, oh, hey, what's going on? And then she'll just chill there. But then I'll just be doing my thing and I'll hear a bit of rustling and she just kind of jumps out like a slinky. Like the way she comes out and she'll just run away. But it's even funnier when it's not just my room closet. We have a linen closet with multiple shelves, and this morning I saw it was open. I'm like, huh, that's weird. And then I saw her leg dangling out from like the middle of the closet. I looked in, she was just chilling with some beach towels. Yeah, she just likes to chill like that.
Okay, I'll save it.
Okay.
I'll leave that.
I'm just trying to think if there's any other good stories. The two of them really don't get along, and they really their contrasting personalities contrast the way they get along because they are not friends. They really dislike each other. There's a car horn, so I'm just gonna.
So Nia opening closets reminded me of the fact my dogs can open doors as well.
Everyone's animals, the velociraptors from Jurassic Park.
No, it's accurate. It is honestly accurate.
Oh my god.
Because okay, my dogs have two ways of opening doors. Ghost will like when opening a door that opens inwards, or like the door swings open away from the dog. He will jump up, put his entire body weight on the door, and then slide down because I have those like flip down handles, and the door will open. And when it's a door that opens inwards towards the dog, they will use their mouth to twist the handle and pull it open. And then they'll
Jesus.
and then they'll stick their snoot into the like crack in the door and open it.
Wow.
It's fucking terrifying because they used to be able to open the front door until they broke the handle.
Oh Jesus.
Our door handle now only opens if you like flip it upwards because we don't have
Mhm.
those like circle handles, which are dog
Wow.
proof. So
Mhm.
yeah,
That actually reminds me of my old dog, Diana. She learned to open doors, which was not good because she was not allowed to go outside without her leash on. So every so often, I'd come home from school and open the door, and we have an outside door and then like an airlock door. And she learned to open that one, open the front door, and she'd just be waiting there, and I'd be like, "Oh no, oh no!" But she was a very good dog. Also, she was kind of like Shadow if Shadow was a dog because she was also black. She wasn't super chunky, but she also very much liked snuggling in my room. She was a very good dog.
Oh my god, wait, I remember. Okay, so when my mom and my stepdad first moved in together, and we lived in an apartment for a little less than a year, my stepdad had these two cats named Molson and Slater, and I'm trying to remember which one was the really nice one. I think it was Molson. Anytime you just walked up to him, he'd give you little headbutts, and that was like his thing. Like you'd just put your head in front of him, and then he'd just bonk you on the head with his own head, and it was adorable.
Oh,
I loved him so much. And Slater would always run away, and then when we moved into the house that we live into now, Slater would always just run into the basement and hide in the laundry room. Still, always, Molson would just give you little headbutts, and it was adorable. And I love him and I miss him.
that's so cute.
That reminds me of a bad story.
Oh no.
No.
I have a heartwarming story after to make up for it. But
Okay. Oh, I've also got a cursed story and probably another heartwarming one.
so our uh we moved to our new house in like 2008, I think. But before that, we had two cats. One of them was named Whiskers, and the other was named Socks. And
Oh.
Socks was like the gentlest cat ever. He was really big, and he was kind of fat, but he wasn't really fat. It was more just that he was like so fluffy that he looked fat.
Okay.
And me and my brothers, he was the sweetest, but me and my brothers used to follow him around when we were younger, and then we'd sing to him, and we'd be like, fatty 2x4 can't fit through the bathroom door
Oh my god!
and bully him.
That's so
And
So
then
mean.
when we like a year or so after we moved into our new house, he ended up running away, and I was sad. Little baby Aaron was sad for like a week because I thought he ran away because we kept bullying him, and I felt really bad.
Oh, that's sad, but it's kind of funny a
It
little bit.
is. You got what you deserved, Aaron.
Tangerin
Yeah.
canceled.
No, here I have a heartwarming story, guys. Don't worry.
Hey.
So, I haven't told any dog stories yet. So this
Ooh.
was not my dog. This was my aunt's old dog, or he was my mom's also, but I never met him because it was before I was born. But they had rescued this dog who was formerly abused, and his name was Bear. And he was like the sweetest dog ever, but he was really scared of everything. Like his old owner before that used to like hit him with the broom all the time, so you couldn't take out the broom around him or else he'd like freak out. But he was super sweet, but everyone loved him except for my grandma, and she would always insist. She was like, they made him a doghouse out back, and she was like, "Oh no, he's never sleeping in the house. He's got to stay out here, like during the night and sleep out here. I don't want him in the house." And then one day, my aunt and my mom and my older cousin, who at the time was like 3 or something, were going on a little walk, or they were gonna go on a little walk. So my aunt was getting the wagon for him to sit in, and he decided, I guess, that he wasn't gonna, little 3-year-old him wasn't gonna wait for everyone else, so he decided just to walk himself, and everyone was freaking out because they couldn't find him, and all of a sudden, Bear came running up to my grandma and started like barking like crazy, and they saw that he was trying to lead them somewhere, and so they followed him, and he led them to my cousin, who had ended up like walking down the street to like the nearby dump and was just sitting in a pit. And so he found him, and then ever since then my grandma like fell in love with him, and he would always like sleep on her bed with
Aww.
with her after that, and she
God.
was like attached to him.
No.
I'm actually
And
so glad you mentioned
he was a
cats
very good
sleeping in
boy.
beds.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, my grandpa told me just this morning. So Nia, like I said, she's very antsy, and she like when we first got her, it took her like a month to let us even pet her. If you try and touch her, I swear she would jump like 2 feet in the air and just like scramble away. But she spends the most time at night with my grandparents, and so occasionally she actually just like goes under their covers. And my grandpa told me this morning that last night, um, as they were getting into bed, she went under the covers, but she had her head and paws over them, and she just had her arms like stretched out over the covers,
No.
and she was just
Aw.
sitting in between them.
That's
I've
cute.
also, but she also likes to go on an energy craze and just zoom around, thundering through the night, which is really nice too. Shadow also likes to do that. So at one point, Shadow was called Thunderpaws, which Jillian pointed out sounded like a warrior cat's name, and Nia, by sequence, was named Lightning Paws. So yeah,
I can just
Thunder
imagine
Night.
the sound of Shadow
What?
just stomping around.
Yeah, because Shadow's so thick, when she's running, you know she's running.
Just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, she's dummy thick. But that's all I've got there for now.
It's so you'd never think ferrets are like, so I think Apollo is about 8 pounds maybe, and Temmie's
Okay.
like 5 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I have never heard animals louder than ferrets when running.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they go crazy and they do their little like weasel dance where they spaz around, and they're upstairs, you can hear them from my basement.
Oh my god.
Like it literally just sounds like them running sounds like if you like pushed a bookshelf over.
Wow.
It's so loud. I'm gonna have to record it one day because it's insane. When they spaz hard.
I don't think if I've got any like really funny stories.
I think I'm done. I got all mine out.
Desperately trying to think of other stories. Most of them are just my dogs just being jerks. Every single dog I've had been a jerk. Except for my dog Geronimo. He's nice.
I've been
The
so
rest of them?
fortunate to never have a pet that was an asshole.
Okay, I do actually have a slightly more horrific pet story,
Oh no.
which I can follow up with a nice one. So for like since I was like 5 or 6 or whatever, I don't live with my dad, and so my dad still lived in town, just in his own apartment, and he got two. I believe it was. I don't think they were. Yeah, I think they were hamsters. I don't remember their names. I think. Yeah, it's been way too long. I can't remember their names, but they seem to get along pretty well. And I'm just gonna get right to it. One day, one ate the other.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's metal as heck.
Just do that.
No, it was not metal as heck. It was horrific. I never saw it,
Like
but my dad was
horrific,
like,
but
yeah, he told me what happened. He's like, yeah, I went in and one of them was bones and the other had blood on its face, I'm pretty sure.
Jesus
You know, it's
Christ.
actually it's funny you mention that because
No, it's not.
it's funny you mention that because you know,
Oh, what the
I
heck?
actually used to have a younger brother and we were pretty close, but one day
Oh, that took way too long to process. All right.
Yeah.
don't forget
Oh.
just forget about it.
I guess
What happened?
I just remembered
Nothing.
another really loud pet I had.
He moved away.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, one of my cats did that once. They said he went to a farm.
Oh no.
It took me
No.
way too long to realize that that's what the farm was.
I was never told when my pets died they went to a farm. Mom was just like, I'm sorry, they died. I was like, damn, okay. And then I went back to reading Warrior Cats. I'm just kidding, I cared, I swear.
Okay.
Back to it.
All right, I think we have time for like one or two more pet stories before we take a little different angle.
I have a horrific story.
I can go through the amount of pets I've had. I want to talk
Sure.
about the ones I have. Okay, so, oh god, I have had an ungodly amount of animals. I've had, not including the ones I have now, in the past, 4 dogs, I think 3 cats, and then I don't know how many guinea pigs.
Oh, I've
Quick
had
tip.
so many guinea pigs.
Don't get guinea pigs if you want peaceful sleep because they scream.
Oh my god, it's
They're
insane.
so loud. I
They
love them, but
scream.
they're so loud.
Also, they're like really fussy. Like if you don't let them out enough, they'll like put their teeth into the cage and then just like shake it around to make more noise.
Yep. But yeah, okay, for dogs, I had 2 Pomeranians who were really old when I was little, and then 2 mixed breed dogs that, because of a certain neighbor, we had to get rid of because they barked. Because my
Ew.
neighbors are great. And then I had 3 cats. Yeah, 3 cats. I had, I think, a Siamese cat and then 2 black cats, all at different times. One of the black cats is the mom of Theo, the evil gremlin, who I love.
Oh,
Oh,
I love Theo. But oh my god, that he needs to stop killing everything. But yeah, that's my pet roster. I think one of those guinea pigs definitely died by getting grabbed. Pretty sure like a bird grabbed one. Or it got out and then disappeared never to be seen again.
Oh no.
I
that's
think we can
kind of a
take
cartoony way to go.
that is pretty cartoony. Well, do we want to take one more story, or do we want to
Let's
jump
move
into
on.
some hypotheticals?
Sure, let's go hypothetical.
Yeah, let's
Sure.
hypothetic.
Okay. Well, I think that was actually a good stopping point. Ryan, you sharing all your past pets, because I was thinking maybe now we could talk about what is a pet that you would really like to have, and it can be something like completely exotic that isn't
Ooh,
actually normally
ooh,
domesticated, Just if you could domesticate any animal or just have any animal, what and why? Aaron, go ahead.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Ever since I was probably 4 years old, for my whole life, I have wanted a tarantula and a snake.
Okay, the snake I get. Tarantula.
Yeah, what the heck?
Tarantula.
They're so fuzzy. I don't know. Okay, snakes are just perfect. I wanted a
Snakes
snake.
makes sense. That is based and awesome pilled, but
I've wanted a snake
tarantula.
forever. But now I have ferrets, which are just carpet snakes,
Yeah.
basically. But I don't know. I love tarantulas. I think they're really neat. I've always wanted one. But also, if I could domesticate any animal and have it as a pet, it would be a raccoon.
Okay.
Makes sense.
As
Makes
we
sense.
know.
That makes just a little bit of sense.
Makes a
Or
lot
a
of sense.
Yeah.
One I'm not surprised by.
I'll go next.
Sure.
So, for just exotic pet, I would want Tegu Lizard.
Okay.
Ooh.
They are the most dog-like lizards you can get. Like, they're
Mhm.
super smart, and I love them. They're huge, which I don't know why I keep trying to get big pets. Either that or just like a big cat.
Mhm.
Not like for just domesticated animals, but non-domesticated animal. My favorite animal is a snow leopard because I love
Ooh.
Hey,
I love when they put their like big fluffy tails in their mouths.
Mhm.
Yeah!
There's also that video of one of them turning over a rock and then like jumping into the air full on starfishing.
Oh.
I love
I
it.
love snow leopard.
They're my favorite animal, which is weird because everything else about about me is nothing like that.
They're
That is-
definitely up there for me.
Yeah.
So
Alright,
yeah,
who wants to go next?
Also I will note I'm still a wolf kid at heart. So if
Okay.
if just one day I was out and a pack of wolves was like, "Hey, do you want to join us in our pack?"
If they
I'd be like,
spoke to you
"Yes."
like that?
Yeah, because I could understand them because I'm the wolf kid. So I'd be like, "Yes, of course."
Yes, of course. Say
that
less.
that actually reminds me.
Oh,
I
You were
was
raised
the
by a pack of
vampire
wolves?
kid. No, I was the vampire kid when I was little. And
yeah.
a pet that I would like to have is a bat.
I'd love a pet
Ooh.
bat. I
Bats.
love
They're
that.
so cute. And they look so ferocious, but they're just so
They're just
adorable.
sky dogs. They're
okay,
just
which
sky
kind though?
Exactly.
Which
Mhm.
kind? Because I like the fruit bats. Fruit bats are cute.
Yeah, fruit bats are cute.
bats are very cute. I
It
like
kind of,
vampire bats.
Mhm.
yeah.
Are they
If
called like
I
flying?
had like if I had a pet fruit bat, I would name it after a My Little Pony character because of that one episode.
The one
That
where
one,
Fluttershy turns into a
yeah.
bat.
I'd
Yeah.
name it Flutterbat.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yo, I just watched
Adorable.
that episode recently.
Yeah, that episode's a pretty good one.
It's good. I like it.
I like how they kind of like foreshadow Fluttershy still being Flutterbat with like little fang in her mouth, but then they do nothing with it for the rest of the show.
Yeah. Anyways,
All right.
last week was My Little Pony week.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Now it's pet week.
Yeah.
Ryan or Matt, do one you want to go?
I'll go. So what I've always wanted as a pet was a snake. I agree with.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is. Snakes are just cool.
They're so
Yeah.
good.
Snakes are just really cool because I'm like, oh, they're awesome. And I've had a lot of like close experiences with snakes in the
Snake.
past. Like, I pet a snake before at a
Oh, I
summer
have
camp, and I got bit by a
I have
snake at that same
so
summer camp.
many
That's
I have
cool.
so many images of me when I was like 10 holding like pythons and anacondas and stuff at like a zoo. I used to do it every year.
Snakes are just cool, and I want one day.
I gotta be honest, if someone was like, you mentioned the snakes, and personally, I don't think I would like a snake because they just freak me out a little. That being said, at a summer camp one time, we just had these random people from, I guess, an animal shelter show up, and they just brought like so many different animals. And they
Yeah.
had a milk snake. His name was like it was an orange creamsicle. It was orange and white. That's not actually what it was called, but we got to all hold it, and it was really neat. And on the way there, the animal shelter people, the snake actually shed its skin. The people gave it to our camp director, gave it to a camper. And I wasn't actually a camper, I was a leader in training. And so this director, who I need to add was like one of the coolest dudes ever, comes up to me and is like, "Hey, you seem like a good kid. Do you want this shedded snake skin?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I took it and wore it as a scarf for the rest of the day. And I had like 6 people come to kiss the snake head of the
What?
skin.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
little interesting.
It was very
sus.
bold. Yeah, very sus. But I try to ignore that part because I actually still have the snakeskin.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, that snakeskin had a quite the passionate day. But yeah, now it's on my bookshelf because that cool camp director just decided that I should get to have it. So that was rad. But I digress. Yeah. Well, genuinely, an animal I would really like to have. Oh,
It's monkey time.
it's monkey time. Not quite yet, because I love quokkas. They're so cute. That's my favorite animal, and just saying it puts a smile on my face because they're just so cute. They have such big smiles, and they're kind of just like really small, chubby kangaroos, only because they have pouches. But they have the biggest smiles, and they don't have predators, so they're just like friends with everybody. And there's that one picture of them smiling with Chris Hemsworth. I would love one. I would go to Australia
You
to
love
live.
Chris Hemsworth?
Well, yes, obviously, but I would move to Australia just to get to meet a quokka because they're so cute. That being said, it's Australia, so no, because I'm scared of every other species there.
Everything else.
So, yeah, something else. A pet I think would be really fun to have would be a pet monkey, just because I think little monkeys, are just so funny and silly. I like to think of that one meme where it's like, "I care you, baby monkey." Oh no, no, no! It's the sad monkey. He's like, "I have
Nobody
no banana.
cares.
Nobody care me." Yeah, like just a little monkey in a little diaper running around. I think that is so cute. It's like halfway between a little pet, but also a friend, like a Pokemon, you know? So I could teach my little monkey to draw comics with me. So I could dress him up. I could dress my little monkey up in my persona outfit and name Monkey Code Red, and then I could just take a vacation for a week and get my monkey to replace me in calls, and no one would notice. Like I would make a soundboard with like voice clips of me saying things, so I would train my monkey to just use the soundboard and talk like me.
What
For
if
all you know,
eventually?
So it'll be an upgrade.
What if we end up liking the monkey more, and then we have a vote to like replace you with the monkey?
well, my soul would be crushed, and I'd probably give up on my dreams, but I would understand, I guess.
I feel like a monkey is still just like a really weird pet to have. Like, it's eerily human.
Like a
Yeah.
Pokemon. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
it's like Pokemon. It
Yeah,
would be
for
like
me, for
yeah, it's
me,
like a Pokemon.
monkeys are too much like toddlers for me to want one.
I think
Yeah,
that's what's
you
funny
gotta put
though.
him in diapers.
Yeah, but I think that's just so funny because he's just a silly monkey and he eat banana.
Okay, you've convinced me.
Yes, thank you.
Listen, I love monkeys, but I definitely would not.
Same.
Funny banana
I'm
and
kind of
diaper.
just terrified of monkeys.
But that's actually fair. Some monkeys.
Yeah, I watched 72 Dangerous Animals. Nah, they ended up on
Yeah.
that list.
So I just think having a little monkey code red
Monkey.
very funny, right? You get it. Thank you. So that's all I have to say. I think a little baby monkey would be a funny pet. So now that we've talked about ideal dream pets, do we just want to like go over and share our favorite animals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I already said snow leopard.
yeah, and I already shared quokka, but I need to give a shout out to the leaf sheep, which is a sea slug that can photosynthesize, and I love it.
I also like Jacob sheep,
They both have sheep in the name, but one is
an actual sheep.
the other's a sea slug.
Let's
I've
go.
had sheep, very fluffy, very very nice.
Um, I my favorite animals are all trash animals, little goblin gremlins.
Yeah.
I like the
Ferrets and possums, I
gremlins.
think.
My favorite animals are raccoons, possums,
Yep.
ferrets,
Yep.
crows,
Makes sense.
bats, and cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
all little gremlin monsters.
Yeah, all the awful, horrible creatures.
Shenanigizing little. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that.
They
Shenanigans.
partake in shenanigans.
Yeah.
The rest of you?
Who's
I'm
next?
trying to think of my favorite animal.
Who is next?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Alright. I don't have as many, like, favorite animals, but I really like, of course, cats, and I like snakes.
Ooh, good picks.
Snakes.
Snakes seem to be a very popular vote.
Yeah, 'cause they're cute as frick.
Noodles.
That's just in this group, though.
No.
Snakes are just cool. Alright? We don't make the rules.
Snakes
Exactly.
are cool,
Yeah,
but
just-
there's a lot of people that are afraid of them.
They're
Yeah.
just
Well, they're weeds.
Snakes are like
Ooh,
no
and
color.
sharks. I like sharks. I forgot about sharks.
despise anything
Sharks?
that comes from the water. Anything in the ocean.
Oh, I'm
I despise
terrified of
all
the
of it.
ocean.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely terrified of the ocean, but like as a kid I was just obsessed with sharks and I would only watch shark documentaries and Jaws and nothing else, so they have a
Oh.
special place in
Hey,
my
it's
heart,
Shark
and
Week,
I think
Aaron.
they're fascinating.
Wait, is it
Oh,
actually Shark Week?
It's Shark Week, yeah.
All right,
Again?
well, currently at the time of
Oh,
recording, it's Shark Week.
I have to get cable again.
Yeah.
There's only one sea animal I trust, and that's harp seals. Harp seals are the only trustable sea animal.
What about
Oh.
You can't think of another.
axolotl?
Oh, yeah,
Axolotl.
no, axolotls, that's fair. Yeah, no. Axolotls are very trustworthy most of the time.
They are shaped like friends.
They are.
They're all very
That's true.
trustworthy, except for one.
Just like our friend, Steven.
Is
That
Steven
Mr.
trustworthy?
Devil.
I feel like for the
Depends on
most part, he doesn't have any villainous motivations.
I trust him with my life, so
I've noticed Steven just acting a little bit weird lately. Like, have you guys been noticing that?
No, what do you mean?
Well, I keep on seeing him holding this little green rock and saying things in a language I don't think is real.
Hey, French is a real language.
yeah.
French are
No,
real.
it's not. No, it's not. Shush.
I don't know. He's just been acting a little bit stranger than usual. Like I hear him in my vents at night, and he's saying words, and they kind of sound just like gibberish
The
with a little
imposter?
bit of Venezuela.
Amogus references?
Yeah, I'm sure. I think he's just getting into arts and crafts because I thought I saw him making a summoning circle too, but I think he's just learning to draw. Maybe he's trying to make us like a little Halloween surprise because it's almost October.
Yeah, at the time of recording this, it is
Yeah,
very,
definitely
very,
almost
very close to
yeah.
October.
Gonna fucking kill you all.